My name is Mark. I'm a certified public accountant in Fort Wayne, Indiana. My business partner and I founded Tax Matters Solutions to help people with tax problems. A large tax problem many taxpayers have is they find themselves under examination or they're being audited. Many of our clients who are being examined or being audited have the attitude that this is a negotiable process and this is a business transaction. And that's the attitude that you should have for an examination. If you've been examined, I understand it's stressful. However, you need to understand that this is a business transaction. It's a negotiable transaction, and we're here to help you. We're here to help you negotiate the process of examination. One thing that we do with every client before the examination occurs is we analyze the client's exposure. What we want to know is how much is at risk. In other words, if we go through your books and records and we find out that the IRS could reclassify $30,000 of income, and through the course of exam, the IRS only reclassifies $10,000, we consider that a win. We consider it winning if your exposure is a set amount and anything less than that, that's a win. The best place to handle your examination or an issue during your examination, you have a complicated transaction or an issue that's questionable, the best place to handle that is with the revenue agent that has examined you at the time of exam. So a well-prepared taxpayer and a well-prepared taxpayer representative are critical to handling the exam efficiently and effectively. You know, there's a few other things that you can do to help yourself through the process of an examination, and many of them help the IRS themselves. This isn't necessarily a confrontation between you and the IRS. You can actually get a lot of result by playing their game, okay? So let's talk about a few concepts or ways that you can play their game. When Commissioner Everson took office, one of the things that he instructed his revenue agents to do was to get 80% of the tax owed and get out of the exam. Commissioner Everson feared that many revenue agents were focused on getting 100% of the tax that's owed, and it bogged down the exam and it drug it out. It was neither cost effective or timely for the IRS. So Commissioner Everson instructed the revenue agents to get 80% and get out. Every exam is going to have a compliance feature or a compliance function. Every revenue agent and every examination, they have to make sure that you filed all your 941s, your excise taxes, your 720s, your 940s, whatever forms that you're required to file. They need to analyze your business, your tax situation, and ensure that you are compliant and you have filed everything. Most examinations are going to have a learning portion. We took on an examination and the taxpayer never filed Schedule O. And well, that was a learning portion of the exam. The taxpayer had to be instructed on how to file Schedule O. We had to file previous Schedule O's, and the taxpayer has to file a Schedule O from now on. So, you know, there are learning portions of the exam, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Every taxpayer should walk away from an examination smarter about taxes and more understanding of the tax law, their requirements under the tax law, and how they should pay their taxes. So a learning portion is not a bad thing. It can be very instrumental. I don't mean this as a negative, and I don't mean to insult revenue agents, but you know, revenue agents, you know, they're inherently lazy. I guess we all are. Many governmental employees are lazy. Cater to that. Utilize that. Help them do their job. It can help you. So help them be lazy or help them work less. How's that? You can cooperate, and that doesn't mean that you're not being represented. It means that you're being cooperative. You're giving them the information when they request it, you're filling out forms when they request it. You're doing what you're supposed to do, providing substantiation. The less you make them work, the happier your revenue agent will be. The happier your revenue agent is, maybe the better your examination turns out. Hey, the reality is the revenue agent gets paid to close your file. Okay, he's not going to get paid to be in your examination for the next 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, this is not your friend. Okay, you're not going to go out and have drinks with your revenue agent. Okay, they're getting paid to close your file. Do what you can to help them close your file. It makes sense. How you deal with your examination and the process of examination will determine your outcome. Just because you're playing friendly doesn't mean that you're not being well represented. Just because you're helping your revenue agent do his job doesn't mean that you're not being well represented. There can be issues and transactions that need explained and substantiated. That's standard operating procedure. And a well trained taxpayer representative is going to be able to help you negotiate those processes. Okay? So just because you're helping the revenue agent do their job does not mean that you're not doing your job by representing yourself. Oftentimes, playing nice can have a very positive outcome. How you handle the examination process may determine the outcome of your exam. Our job is to make sure that the outcome is in your best interest and favors you. We're here to work for you, and we're here to represent you to the fullest. The transactions and the issues that arise during your exam, we have the knowledge and the understanding of the Internal Revenue Code and how the IRS works to help you get through those issues and close your examination.